من سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبث منهما رجالا كثيرا ونساء واتقوا الله الذي تساءلون به والأرحام إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم أعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما. ثم أما بعد فإن أصدق الحديث كلام الله وخير الهدي هدي محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وشر الأمور محدثاتها فإن كل محدثة بدعة وكل بدعة ضلالة وكل ضلالة في النار وإنما توعدون لآت وما أنتم بمعجزين. Inshallah, in this session we're going to try to be talking about death and our responsibility towards the deceased person, the person who passed away. Before anything, we have to understand that death is a reality. Death, the deportation of the soul from the body and returning back to the Creator Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is a reality and it's going to happen to everybody. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala inform us that لِكُلِّ أَجَلٍ كِتَابٍ, that is a book for every living thing. And as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, فَإِذَا جَاءَ أَجَلُهُمْ لَا يَسْتَأْخِرُونَ سَاعَةً وَلَا يَسْتَقْدِمُونَ, that when their appointed time comes, they could not be deleted for an hour, neither they can advance the hour. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala inform us by saying, كُلُّ مَنْ عَلَيْهَا فَانٍ وَيَبْقَى وَجْهُ رَبِّكَ ذُو الْجَلَالِ وَالْإِكْرَامِ, that every living thing on the earth is going to be perished, going to be destroyed. The only thing will remain is the face of your Lord subhanahu wa ta'ala. So this is what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had decreed for every living thing, not only a human being, every living thing, or even everything in this existence. So death and destruction is being decreed on Allah by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on everything in this existence. And this is going to cover the human being, the animals, the birds, the trees, the mountains, the heaven, the earth. And when I say the heaven, I mean the skies, because some people they refer to Jannah as a heaven. And heaven is one of the things that been created already, which is physically and in existence, and this is one of the things that do not perish. Okay? Like the throne of Almighty Allah, Al-Arsh, the Jannah, paradise, the hellfire. This is one of the things that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made it to be there always. The living things, the mountains, the earth, the sky, all these things have to come to an end. So this is what we have to understand and realize, that we are here in this life for a temporary period, which is the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam had informed us that his likeness and the likeness of this life, like a traveler who went and took a little bit rest under a tree. He enjoys the shade of such a tree for a moment, and after this he kept walking. He went about his business. This is the reality of this life. We are not going to be here forever. That we eat, we only for a moment. This moment, which it can be a day, it can be 10 years, it can be 50, it can be 80, but after all this, we have to return back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, تبارك الذي بيده الملك وهو على كل شيء قدير الذي خلق الموت والحياة ليبلوكم أيكم أحسن عملا. تبارك الذي بيده الملك. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the one that in his hand is the kingdom and the dominion is blessed. The one that in his hand is the dominion of the earth and the heaven. The one who had created death and life. And he created death and life for a purpose, as he said, لِيَبْلُوَكُمْ, that he may test you, which one of you better indeed, which one is going to act and behave in the best manner. So we have to understand while we here in this life that we are only visitors. We are not coming here to stay forever. And while we are visitors here, we are not owner, we are not possessing and have a lordship or ownership or anything like this. We're only here like a guest, like visitors. And that this dunya is nothing but a field for you to plan for the hereafter. Will come the time to see the result of your deed. So today, that deed with no reward. Tomorrow will be reward, but no deed. If anybody want to make a deed today, and now is the time to do a good deed. Reward will be later, in the hereafter. But in the hereafter, no deed. You could not make more salah. You could not fast. It's no time for deed. It's time only for a reward to receive what you had planted in this life. Therefore, that while we here in this life, we have to take advantage of every moment to plan and to prepare for the hereafter. As the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam had informed us that we take the advantage of 5 things before other 5 will come and prevail over this other 5. When you are healthy, take advantage of being healthy before you get sick. Because when you're healthy, you can do more good deed. You can go and come back to the masjid. You can fast. You can do a lot to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you with the health, do your best and do as much as you can, because will come the time when you're sick, you could not do what you was doing while you was healthy. So Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam telling us that we should take advantage of having money before being poor. Because when you have money, this is your time, this is your chance, your opportunity to spend. Give zakah, give a charity, help and assist people. Because when you don't have the money, how you can give zakah? When you don't have money, how you can go to make hajj? When you don't have money, how you can give a charity? You have to take advantage of having this wealth and spend it fi sabilillah. And also, the person have to take advantage of have a leisure time before he get occupied. A person will come a time when you have 3 months vacation from your school, or you have a weekend. Will come another time when you don't have the 3 months, when you don't have a weekend, you're getting busy. Now you're single, later on you're getting married, or you have kids, now you don't have kids. All these things taking more of your time. So you have to take advantage of having leisure time before you get occupied. Also, a Muslim have to take advantage of being alive before he die. So this is our opportunity now, while we are alive, to do a good deed and to try to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to the best of our ability, because when you die, all your deed is been sealed, no more. You could not earn any more deed. You could not earn any more good deed. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, وَأَن لَيْسَ لِلْإِنسَانِ إِلَّا مَا سَعَى, that a human being could not achieve any except what he had done himself. Except with the exception of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam telling us that when you die, that there is a continuous charity, that you have a son that will make supplication, ask forgiveness for you, or you have a sadaqah jariyah, or they told somebody. This is something different as an exception. But there's no more salah and reward for salah, no more fasting, no more anything. Because when you die, this is the end. So we have to try our best to take advantage of being alive before death come and take us over, that we could not do anything else for ourselves. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, now after we realize the reality of death and what we should do before death come and take us over, now how we should act when death happen among ourselves. When death happen, first of all we have to realize that we in this life, and part of being living, that we're going to be tested. A trial going to continue to face the believer and the Muslims, male and female. Every day is a test. No one except going to be tested. And you're going to be tested according to the degree of your religion. The more you are stronger in your religion, the more your test will be. As Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam informed us, أشد الناس بلاء الأنبياء ثم الأمثل فالأمثل أو كما قال صلى الله عليه وسلم. The most people that receive the test are the prophets. So the person going to be tested according to the degree of his religion and his taqwa and his iman. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala saying, وَلَنَبْلُوَنَّكُمْ بِشَيْءٍ مِّنَ الْخَوْفِ وَالْجُوعِ وَنَقْصٍ مِّنَ الْأَمْوَالِ وَالْأَنفُسِ وَالثَّمَرَاتِ وَبَشِّرِ الصَّابِرِينَ. So Allah is telling us, even before we come to this life, Allah is telling us about the nature of this life, and He's telling us that we shall be tested. Indeed, we shall test you with something out of poverty, fear, starvation, deficiency or death among family and relatives. All these types of test. Jua, starvation, fear, khawf, deficiency in the crops, the fruits, not enough food to eat. All these things, and death. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala telling us how a Muslim is supposed to act. He said what? وَبَشِّرِ الصَّابِرِينَ. Give the glad tidings to those who observe patience and endurance when hardship and test to come to them. This is what we're supposed to do when death approach one of us, one of our relatives, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala choose and call the soul of one of us among our family, that we have to show submission to Allah. Not only to show submission to Allah when Allah gives us something, but we have to show submission to Allah also when Allah takes something away from us. So Allah won't see your ibadah and your submission during the time of difficulty and hardship. Allah says, وَبَشِّرْ الصَّابِرِينَ. Give them glad tidings, okay? الَّذِينَ إِذَا أَصَابَتْهُمْ مُصِيبَةٌ قالوا إنا لله وإنا إليه راجعون. Those whom Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala afflicted them with a musibah, they said, indeed we come from Allah, and to Allah we shall return. This is the way that we're supposed to act. Screaming, yelling, pulling hair, ripping clothes, jumping in the water, breaking glasses is not going to change the condition. It's not going to return the person back to life. But we should praise Allah, thank Allah, and say Alhamdulillah, and remember that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the giver and Allah is the taker. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala He created us, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will cause us to die also. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, إِنَّمَا يُوَفَّى الصَّابِرُونَ أَجْرَهُمْ بِغَيْرِ حِسَابٍ. When you act in a manner of endurance and patience, Allah will give you reward with no measurement. He will give it to you, okay? Not 10 times blessings or 70 times blessings. No, with no measurement. You will get a lot of reward. But this reward will come when you show sabr immediately when the calamity falls in you. Because sometimes when it happens, we go crazy, but later on 2-3 days, now we come down and we say Alhamdulillah. It's too late. You have to act in this manner of Alhamdulillah and be pleased with Allah's decree as soon the calamity fall in you. As the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, إِنَّمَا الصَّبْرُ عِنْدَ الصَّدْمَةِ الْأُولَى. إِنَّمَا الصَّبْرُ عِنْدَ الصَّدْمَةِ الْأُولَى. The sabr, and to observe and to act in a manner of sabr when that as soon as the calamity right away fall in you, this is the moment that you have to show sabr and be pleased with the qada and the fate of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Also, we have to train ourselves that before these things happen, that we have to be prepared ourselves to always, that when these things happen to us, that we act in the proper manner. And one of the main things that the Prophet ﷺ had recommended for us, which is really is a cure and medicine, that said, what the meaning is, أكثروا من ذكر هذه اللذات. This is something very important. We Muslims, we need this. We need this in our life. We need it every day to put this hadith in action. Not only when somebody died, but Rasulullah ﷺ said, remember a lot and mention a lot هذه اللذات, which is death. What is هذه اللذات? The shaker of the appetites. The shaker, you know what is shaking? Like an earthquake, and destroys the things that in the face of the earth. So when this earthquake happens, is no anything stable anymore. Big trouble. So when you remember this death, because death when it comes, it destroys all this pleasure. The pleasure of enjoying your kids, the pleasure of being with your wives, the pleasure of eating, the pleasure of having the money, having the car. It comes and takes you away from all these things. Okay? So like an earthquake will destroy all these things. So it comes and shakes and knocks down all these appetites and all this tasty and beautiful thing. It takes the husband away from the wife, it takes the wife away from the husband, it takes the kids away from the father, it takes the father away from the kids, it takes the car from the owner, and all these things that we enjoy, it goes. So we need to remember this condition, not to wait until death approach us or somebody among our family will die and now we remember. Because when you remember this and keep remembering it a lot, it helps you a lot. It will help you a lot. It will make you do more deed, good deed. Because if you know that death is been created and written in you and will approach you, now if you are in a ma'asiyah and disobedient, you will try to get away from it. And if you're doing some good deed, you will try to increase it. If you're doing something haram, you will try to hurry up and get out of this haram, because you know you're going to die, you're going to meet Allah. He's going to ask you about this deed. And if you're doing something good, what's going to happen? This will encourage you. When you remember this, Allah will encourage you that you multiply and you do it more and more. This, when you remember this in something a lot, will make it few. And when you remember this in something little, it will make it a lot. When you remember this in something a lot or plenty, it will make it little. When you remember this and you're sitting in front of all this money and you count all these dollars and you remember you're going to die and leave all this, Now it's not a lot of money anymore. You see? Because you can see the reality of it. You're going to leave it. You're going to leave it to somebody else. And this somebody else, Allah knows best how He's going to utilize it. So it's better you spend it now in the good which is pleasing Allah. And now this a lot is not going to be a lot anymore. That you're going to look down on it, or you're going to try to hurry up and spend it to please Allah with it. And if you have something little, and you remember this little is going to turn in your eyes to be a lot. Why? Because you always remember, I say, oh, I only have a bike, I don't have a car. But when you remember this, and you know what's after this from the reward and the blessings of Allah, you will remember paradise. You will remember the great reward that Allah prepared for the believers. And also when you see that you only have a bike, you don't have a car, you know that this is nothing, it's not a big thing. Because regardless whatever, you're going to leave it soon or later. So whenever you remember that this, in anything which is plenty, will shrink it and make it small and belittle it in your eyes. And when you remember this while you have something little, you will make it a large. And when you are in difficulty and you remember this will make you feel that this difficulty besides the death and besides the graveyard is nothing. Because this was Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam telling us that al-qabr, grave, أول منزل من منازل الآخرة, is the first stage for the hereafter. فمن نجا منه فما بعده أيسر منه ومن لم ينجو منه فما بعده أعسر منه أو كما قال صلى الله عليه وسلم. That the grave is the first stage from the stages of the hereafter. This is the beginning of the day of judgment for you. What you see in the grave is giving you idea what's going to be happening to you later on. So what you see in the grave is easy, so what after this will be easier. And if you see hardship and difficulty and punishment in the grave, what's happening after the grave will be worse than this. So it is very important, my dear respected brothers and sisters in Islam, that we try always to remember death and what's going to happen to us. Being, you understand, this nice clothes, we are not going to have it. This nice food that we eat, we will not enjoy it after this. And here, after you used to take your own shower, somebody else has to wash you. After you used to dress your own clothes, somebody else has to dress you. After you used to make your own prayer, somebody has to make Janaza prayer in you. After you enjoy to have 2 and 3 and 5 bedroom, now you're going to be, you understand, in a small place. After you have this water bed and this nice mattress, now you are in the dust. Now after you've been with the family and in the company of the kids, now you by yourself. Now after all this life, you're going to be by yourself in the darkness. We have to remember all these things, so we can soften our heart. We can get ready to meet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. After all these things that you see, it is going to be nothing but 5 feet down under the ground. A little space enough for your body. No pillow, no cover, nothing for you, nothing but the dust. Now, a week later, a month later, worms, your body, the most dearer and closer person to you, could not even go and sit with you. This person who used to have all this perfume, look in the mirror every day, comb his hair, he sees him turn into another person that the dearer person to them could not even sit beside them for half an hour. Your wife, your husband, your own son, your father. If you give them $1,000, ask them to sit with you for 5 minutes. You could not. So this is reality which is going to happen to us, and we have to be prepared for it. And the preparation for it is by trying to guard the limits of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Try always to have the tawbah and the repentance and the istighfar. try always to increase our good deed and try always to minimize to the best of our ability our bad deed and our sins. When a person comes about a situation called al-ihtidar, while they about to breathe in the last breath in their life, we call the situation al-ihtidar. It is very important for the believer to try his best or her best to have a good feeling about Allah and good hope towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, which is called ihsan dhann billah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that you have a good hope that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will forgive your sins. The person in this moment, he has to be between two things, between hope in Allah and fear of his sins. A person in this moment, he has to try to be between two situations. One is having hope in Allah, and the second is to remember his sin. But you always try to increase your hope in Allah more than anything else. Remember that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is Rahman, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is Rahim, is most merciful, most forgiving, and you try to hope and look up to Allah. And you look towards the hope of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to cover your faults and forgive your sins. This is what Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam had recommended for us, that none of you should die except he have a good hope in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. In this moment, relatives, especially the righteous one among the Muslims or friends or brothers or sisters in Islam, they should be present in this moment, and they should try to remind the person who is about to pass away about Allah, about paradise, and to say things which is good, because this is something very important to give the deceased person hope, because the angels will confirm whatever you say in this moment. So a person should always say something which is pleasing to Allah in this moment. Because Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, إذا حضر المريض إذا حضرتم المريض أو الميت فقولوا خيرا فإن الملائكة يؤمنون على ما تقولون. If one of you attend the person who's about to pass away or the sick person, say only something good, because the angels will confirm or say Ameen about whatever you say. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam had informed us, من كان آخر كلامه لا إله إلا الله عند الموت دخل الجنة. That whosoever the last statement or the last of his saying out of this life is La ilaha illallah, that he will enter paradise. And praise that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He made this inshallah as the last statement that we say.